What's going on, guys? So in today's video we're going to be upgrading the speakers in my 2006 GMC Sierra. Now I honestly didn't really have any complaints with the factory Bose system. I think it sounds pretty daggum good, but with that being said, there's always room for improvement, and a lot of y'all have been commenting saying you would like to see this upgrade on the truck. Now I don't have that much experience with audio, so I ended up reaching out to Clutchfield, which is a large audio company, and I called them, and I have no affiliation with them or anything. I just felt like they were really helpful to me. I think I talked to a guy named Aaron, and I told him my current plans and my future plans, and to help steer me in the right direction of what speaker I should buy. So my current plans are to do a nice little upgrade powered by the factory head unit that's going to give me a little more clarity, a little more bass, something along those lines, right? But then in the future, when we decide to do an amp and a new head unit and a sub and everything, we'll be able to run power from the amp to these speakers and actually have a major improvement, right? You don't want to get speakers right now that don't have the potential of growing tremendously when you add more power to them, right? So they ended up pointing me in the direction of Infinity by Harman. Here's your model numbers, whatever, if you want to get them. Now I know right off the rip, speakers is just like oil changes or tires. Everyone has an opinion, and it's usually a very strong one. So if you don't like this, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to leave that comment that you've already started to type. But with that being said, hopefully they led me in the right direction to be a good little upgrade now. And then, like I said, once we decide to put a full system in this, put some actual power to it from an amp, should be a major upgrade. Now I'm also a little scared because I don't know what this comes from, and I don't have a ton of experience installing these. I'm hoping they're just a direct plug and play as far as the speakers go, and then I'm guessing this is probably for the tweeters. Maybe it's for this, I don't really know. I guess that's some kind of controller possibly, not really sure. Got to crack into it, read the instructions, get all that figured out. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start taking some door panels off, get our old speakers out, get these babies in. Let's go ahead and get the front speakers knocked out. Obviously the driver and passenger doors are going to be the same process, just different sides, right? So step one, let's go ahead and pop this guy out. That reveals a screw. It's a 7mm. Underneath here, 7mm as well. It's a long one. Take your little pry tool, get in here. You got this right here, right here. This is going to be a little cover for a little hex screw. Get that off. Don't drop it like me. And then over here, this is just a little Christmas tree. Sometimes can be fun to get out. If you're wondering why I'm dirty, it's because I just got done working on the other truck and I was underneath it. So yeah. Once you fight with this for about 20 seconds, you're getting mad, go ahead and grab your needle nose. Pop that out. And this guy's a T20. Take your little triangle out. And this door is ready to lift off. We're going to get access to this wire right here. We're going to unplug this first, then that'll give us access to this. So right in here, as you can hopefully see, you're just going to get in here, wiggle this guy, just like that. Then you can flip this, rotate this up, get you access to this. The little gray guy, push down, flip that latch forward. The first one, pinch it, pull it out. This black one, pinch that, pull it. The blue one, pinch and pull. The green stays in there. Your door's free. Let's go ahead and tuck your wires up out of the way right here, and then to remove this speaker, all you do is pinch the top down, comes right out. Hopefully y'all can see this. Just press this as you wiggle. is. Factory speaker's out. So there's your factory speaker. Here's your new one. Comes with a little case or whatever you want to call it on the outside. We're actually not going to be using this part of it. So carefully pry that off. There's a side-by-side between the speakers. Obviously not the same design that is lovely on the factory unit where you just pinch and slide it out. Amazing. I wish this came like that. Maybe they make some specifically for this truck. This is obviously kind of a generic speaker. It comes with all these different adapters and stuff. So if you want to, you can use this guy. It goes underneath here. Gives you a little bit more room to screw the 4 screws into the truck. So you are going to have to drill 4 holes, screw it into the truck. Not a big deal. I'm not using that. I'm not putting the cover that does look good. Admittedly, does look good. Leaving that off, you're not going to be able to see it behind the door panel anyways. Just going to be installing this guy right here. So we're going to go put it up on the door, mark our 4 holes, drill a small hole, then we're ready to put the screws in there. Should be good to go. It's a direct plug in, boom, boom, straight in, good to go. So we are temporarily going to peel this little insulation back because it'd be awful hard to mark our little holes and drill them properly. I don't want to mess it up. So temporarily, we'll peel this stuff back. All right, so now we just want to put our speaker up here, mark our 4 holes. We're going to drill, and it is close, so you want to be pretty daggum accurate. Just put your holes on the very outside. There we go, we're ready to drill. We can put this back because this does go underneath your speaker. And if you don't, it's not gonna be pretty. All right, take your little adapter. Black is negative. Right here you can see the small one's negative, larger one's positive. Carefully slip that on there. We'll crimp it down. And now we're ready to install. Take our new speaker, plug it up. Now we're ready to throw it in here. I'm putting the smaller screws on this side and longer screws on this side. I don't want to have any issues with the glass. I don't really know how far it comes over. You just gotta find where you drilled. Poke a hole through the plastic. Carefully get this one started so we don't accidentally jump the drill through the speaker. Same deal over here. Alright, should be good to go. Carefully. Keyword carefully. She's in there, boys. Now let's just give it some juice, make sure it works. Oh yeah, she's working. Terrible reception right now with my little shorty, but yep, we're good to go. Let's get the door back on. Get this back door off. Same thing here. Pry from the back, get that out. And then down here, you got one as well. You don't have a light right here. All you've got is this one plug. All right, so that guy right there is honestly a booger. All I can really tell you is to grab the back side of the handle and pretty much just forcefully wiggle it until it pops out. There we go. See, it's got the little push thing, but you really can't do it while the door's on there. So just wiggle it real firmly, it'll eventually pop out. wad clap wagon goes by. We got 4 1/4, 1/4 inch, whatever you want to call it. Press in and wiggle, come out of there. All right, so on the back you got these little ridges. Unfortunately, the speaker does not just bolt up to the factory screw holes, but this is plastic, so it's a little bit easier to drill. Come on now. You line them back up. Let's drill them out. It's essentially the same location, just a little farther out than the factory ones. So it came with this little foam padding, and I'm not sure this is what it's supposed to go to, but I'm just going to put it along the edge because it is going to be raised. This should give a little bit of cushion for that new speaker. Just like on the front doors, install your little adapter, plug straight in, and we're just gonna line this up. Where do we want our wires? We're gonna do it just like this. Get them started, and then I'm going to hand tighten them. There we go, solid as a rock. So let's throw the door back on. So I'm gonna play y'all some music. It's gonna be recorded on my GoPro, so take that with a grain of salt. And unfortunately, I can't play anything cool because obviously I'll get copyrighted. But I did just get done listening to Heatwave, which I have heard 5,000 times in the last week because it is currently my son's favorite song that we listen to at least 3 different times on the way to school every day. So I can confirm there is a pretty big difference, dude, especially the rear. Like, I can actually feel the bass hitting in the back of my seat, whereas before, the back speakers were just not really doing that much, and Knox is always telling me turn it louder because, you know, back there not that much going on. The front speakers were actually pretty daggone good. I do think they were improved as well, but I can 100% confirm the rear speakers was a major upgrade. All around was an upgrade. And I haven't installed the tweeters because I am running late to a date with my wife because the in-laws are watching Knox, and I can't be late for that. So I'm gonna have to do that in another video, but just doing the door speakers, huge upgrade. Stoked. With all that being said, I'm gonna play y'all some Netflix because it's probably the best thing that's not copyrighted, even though sometimes I cringe when I hear it in people's videos because it's been played in everyone's thing, everybody's video. But anyways, like I said, filming audio on a GoPro, playing it through my jack. For those that are new to the channel, we did a little aux install. I'll have a link to that in the description if you want to check it out.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the front of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be stepping out, calling with a mouth, can't put it down, I'll be getting out. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have you f***ing cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm looking bound, can't stop me now. Just tell me that I can show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can.
Obviously not trying to be the loudest thing in the world, but I figured this would be a good angle to show y'all.
shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss rocks. I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise. You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things.
So I have no clue how that came over on the GoPro. I'm sure it was probably terrible. Just trust me, it honestly, I'm impressed. It really does sound better. No one's paying me to say any of this. I've paid full price for these speakers. I honestly don't even know if they're the best speakers out there. The worst speakers, I honestly don't know. I was pretty much going off of what Crutchfield told me, and you know, so far so good. I'm ready to get those little tweeters in there as well. I'm sure that'll spice up our clarity and whatnot. Like I said, keeping the factory head unit, you are kind of limited, as well as not having an amp in there to really push some power through them. But solid upgrade for the factory power. And then if we do an amp down the road, we'll obviously have more room for improvement with these speakers that we can actually push a little bit more power through. So hopefully y'all did enjoy. If you want to upgrade your speakers on your, what is it? It's always 03 to 07, but it's probably 99 to 07 as well. Not that hard. Definitely not a direct plug and play swap over from the factory. You do have to do some modifying, of course, but either way, not that hard. Solid upgrade. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, it's been highly requested. Truck is looking absolutely insane, dude. I mean, sometimes it catches me off guard. Good Lord. Shoo. Anyways, like I said, I gotta run. I'll do a follow-up video at some point installing those tweeters, and we'll you know, maybe have some better songs, maybe have some better cameras to film the audio. I'm sure I just know it came over terrible. It's probably just like super staticky because I had it up really loud, but it sounds awesome. So anyways, with all that being said, hopefully you did enjoy. Comment down below, let me know. See you on the next one.